Hello students, welcome to the series of organic chemistry. Dear students, we have been learning biomolecules. Till now, we have completed carbohydrates, proteins, enzymes, vitamins. Now, we are going to learn about nucleic acids. So, the name itself says that the compounds which are present in cell nucleus of biology cell. So these are the compounds or the chemical molecules which carries heredity. This heredity can be carried to generation by chromosomes. In our body, all reactions, everything is going on sequentially. Do you think how it is going to happen? How it is going to take place? The mediator, the dictator of these functions is nucleic acid. Nucleic acids dictate the functions. So, what are the nucleic acids we have? We have two types of nucleic acids. One is DNA, another one is RNA. The name is deoxyribose nucleic acid. This is ribose nucleic acid. So deoxyribose is nothing but it is a polymer of nucleotides. And it is also polymer of nucleotides. But the nucleotide is ribose, here deoxyribose. So the structure of these DNA and RNA was studied by Watson and Crick during 1962 and they won Nobel Prize in this 1962. Polymer of nucleotide. Yes, the chemical component is deoxyribose nucleic acid. What is deoxyribose? Deoxyribose is, we know that this is ribose. This is ribose, CH2OH. So, 5-membered sugar. This is ribose. So 2-deoxy, I can write here 2-deoxyribose. In name it is not there. It is OH. So the carbon chain, this is D-ribose. So since it is a carbohydrate, 5-membered carbohydrate, I have explained during the structural elucidation of all this carbohydrates. These 5-membered sugars exist in furanose form. That means this is a structure. Yes, furanose form. Furanose form, it is going to form alpha, beta, gamma, form hemiacetal. This is carbon 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 carbon. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is going to form, let me explain now also. So it is going to form like this, hemiacetal, hydroxy. So it is going to give hydroxy and here it is going to have like this. Yes, glucose structure explained very well, right? So this hydroxy in deoxyribose, it is going to be beta. That means upside. Beta hydroxy. So here hydrogen, right? So the second carbon, just forget about this. The third one, right side. So write down downside. And the fourth one, already it is attached. Then what about this? So CH2OH goes up. So this is the ribose. Deoxy means there is no hydroxy group in DNA. So I can write here two hydrogens. This is beta 2 deoxy ribose. Yes, students, this is beta. Beta. Why beta? This hydroxy is towards upside. That is why beta. Now ribose nucleic acid. It is going to have, this is beta, same. CH2OH, it is same, and it is also same. But it is going to have this hydroxy group. Same ribose is going to have ribose nucleic acid. So it is going to have hydroxy ribose sugar. If I break this ribose nucleic acid, that is RNA, I am going to get this ribose sugar. Yes, students. So when I break or when I do the hydrolysis of this DNA, what I am going to get? So when I break, it is going to give this 2-deoxy ribose sugar, then phosphonate or phosphoric acid, and nucleic bases. Nucleic bases. There are nucleic bases which are purines and pyrimidines. So the purines specific to DNA are adenine and guanine, and the pyrimidines are very specific. These adenine and guanine both are there in the ribose also, but in this it is cytosine and thymine, whereas in ribose nucleic acid I am going to get, it is ribose 1, next phosphoric acid, and the third one, yes, I will do get adenine guanine, and pyrimidine structures are nothing but cytosine I will get, but thymine I am not going to get, but the other one is uracil. RNA is going to have uracil. Yes, students. So let us see this adenine. So DNA is going to have 4 and RNA also is 4, but the difference is in DNA you will have thymine, whereas in RNA you are going to have uracil instead of thymine. So the nucleic bases, adenine, this is adenine, and the sugar forms bond on this nitrogen. Yes, it is adenine, guanine, guanine, this is guanidine structure, students. So guanidine, so guanidine, guanidine. These two are purines. These are purines. The molecule or the ring structure, this pyrimidine, this imidazole and pyrimidine fused are known as purines. These are the purine bases. So this is dibasic NH2NH, right? It is tribasic Yes. So during the DNA structure, the bonds, hydrogen bonding between this guanine and cytosine, I am going to use three lines. So it is guanidine tribasic. When I write adenine and thymine, I will use only two lines. That is dibasic. Yes. And very important thing is it is going to bond with cytosine. This is pyrimidine molecule, cytosine. Cytosine is NH2. This is cytosine. And the abbreviation is A, this is G, and this is C, cytosine. And then comes thymine. This is thymine. The abbreviation is T. Yes, so these four are present in DNA. DNA nucleic acid, nucleic bases. DNA nucleic bases are adenine, guanidine, cytosine, thymine. But in RNA, instead of this thymine, it is going to have uracil. It is going to have uracil, which is very similar to thymine, but it will not have this methyl group. This methyl group is not there in uracil. This uracil will present in RNA. So RNA is going to have this adenine, guanidine, cytosine and thymine. So it is going to have this uracil. This is the difference. Yes, students. So what is going to happen? The difference is, and the bond between two poly chains of DNA molecule, it is going to have hydrogen bonding between G and C in DNA, and A and T like cross are at GC, remember like this, at GC, gas chromatography GC, at GC, ATGC. It is not going to form hydrogen bonding between G and T or AG like that. So the ladder structure, what I am going to explain, it is very important, students. So this is tribasic. Guanidine forms hydrogen bonding with cytosine, GC. When it comes to adenine, forms hydrogen bonding with thymine. It is clear. But when it comes to RNA, it forms hydrogen bonding with uracil, because RNA is not going to have thymine, so it forms AU, Australia, AU. So Australia GC. RNA is Australia GC. You can say AU GC. Whereas DNA, it is ATGC, like this. So now you know the nucleic basis structures. Now let us see the chemical composition of nucleic acids or DNA. Let us take one molecule of DNA. So let us take DNA, structure of DNA. If I take one DNA molecule, what I said, it is going to have deoxyribose. Deoxyribose, because it is beta. That means here it is going to have some base, whatever may be the base. I can write it is base. What are the bases? Adenine, guanidine, thymine, cytosine. Right? So base can be adenine or guanidine or cytosine or thymine. Base. Then this is hydrogen. Up to here it is clear. Now this compound which is having base with carbon C1, the carbohydrate carbon is C1 prime. It is numbered like this: 1 prime, this is 2 prime, this is 3 prime, this is 4 prime, and here CH2 5 prime, and here hydroxy group is here. So the bond or the junction between this base and the carbohydrate is known as nucleoside. Nucleoside. Yes, in carbohydrates we named it as glycoside. Now it is nucleoside. Yes, nucleoside linkage. This is nucleoside linkage. It is known as nucleoside linkage. Yes, students. What else? This is nucleoside. Then this is linked to phosphoric acid, phosphonate ester. It is going to have this phosphonate ester. So the C5 of carbohydrate, carbon having link with phosphonate ester or phosphonate is known as, this bond is known as, it is when it is NH, and if it is proteins we name it as tide, peptide. Now it is nucleotide. Important students, that terminology nucleotide and nucleoside. Right side is nucleoside, left side is nucleotide. Phosphonate ester is nucleotide. This is glycosidic type bond with base is nucleoside, isn't it? So let us say this is one unit of DNA, or DNA, this one unit of DNA. Then when I combine with another, so what is here the further structure of this, it will have hydroxy here, hydrogen, and it will have hydrogen and hydrogen, isn't it? Just a minute. I am filling ink, students. Yes. So it is one nucleotide, right? Then if I combine with another molecule of this nucleotide, it is also going to have some base. So it can have any base. So same AGT like that, base, and it is also going to have this CH2, phosphorus, O minus and O minus, phosphate ester. And what else here? This is hydroxy, and here deoxy. Right? This is one unit and this is another unit. Up to here, no confusion. Now when I combine these two, I am going to get dinucleotide. Dinucleotide. Very important, students, to understand. This is one and this is another one nucleotide. This one nucleotide. Now what is going to happen is, it is going to form ester. It is going to form ester by, it is going to have hydrogen. For example, it is acid, is going to have hydrogen, and it is going to lose water molecule. Just chemistry, how and why, how it takes place, it is different chemistry, right? For your understanding, upon losing water molecule, it is going to give dinucleotide. Let me write dinucleotide. So the upper one is black ink. Yes, it is going to have base. It is not disturbed. Hydrogen, 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 and now the key thing is here hydrogen CH2O phosphonate is here as this. Yes. So now this phosphorus is going to form ester. Yes, it is going to form ester with this CH2 of another ribose. To give this base is here, same, hydrogen is here, hydrogen is here, hydrogen is here, OH is here, right? So this is dinucleotide. Now Now we know the structure of dinucleotide. What happens? This, yes. For example, if I have this dinucleotide, one dinucleotide, and if I go on add another nucleotide, this nucleotide, it forms this 3. So what is this? 3 prime. So one phosphate ester forms 5 prime and 3 prime. Ester with this is 3 prime and this is 5 prime carbon. Oxygen of 3 prime and 5 prime carbon, it is going to form ester to give dinucleotide, trinucleotide, tetra, poly. So polynucleotide, nucleotide is nothing but DNA. So what is going to have this DNA molecule if I write in a simple manner? So it is dinucleotide is nothing but, so sugar, it is having sugar, that is ribose, and it is attached to base, whatever may be the base, AGCT, and this side, so next, so what is linking? Phosphonate is linking with another sugar. This sugar is having base, right? And it is linking with phosphonate, right? So this I can write it as n number of base, sugar and phosphonate. This base differs. Base differs. So the base sequence of base, if it is A here, if it is G. So this sequence of base is different in each and every human being or all living or non-living organisms. So DNA, so the base sequence of bases differs. Sequence of bases differs in DNA because the structure, sugar is not going to be disturbed, phosphonate is not going to be disturbed, the sequence is same, but the sequence of base, for example, in one candidate, the base sequence is AG, CT, right? In other person, it may be ACGT, like that, right? So the sequence of bases will differ in DNA molecule, and the remaining sugar and base. So this is sugar, phosphonate and sugar, right? So let us see the structure of DNA. Now we know the chemical structure of this DNA. So polynucleotides, number of nucleotides will be there like this. Then how they are going to be arranged, isn't it? So there will be a poly chain. There is a long chain. It is going to have some structure. That is why Watson and Crick got Nobel Prize. DNA structure. So I can say primary and secondary structure. Primary structure. What is the primary structure? It is very similar. What I said, it is going to have sugar, base, phosphonate ester, and sugar, base, phosphonate ester, sugar, base, like this. So it is going to have linear structure, sequence. So the base sequence is important. It can be A, G, T, like that. Whatever it is, sequence. So sequence of nucleotides will form the primary structure, nucleotides. So this is the primary structure. Okay, then how it is going to be there in our body in nucleus? So the primary structure of this nucleotide is going to have double strand helix structure. So let us take, this is ladder. So these are rungs. Yes, students. So this is ladder. Yes. So ladder, when you tilt it, you are going to get double strand helix you are going to get. So how it is going to look, let me write. So it is going to be like this. Yes, this is one, and other one. Yes, students. Right. So what is the sugar here? If I write here, the end is 5 prime, sugar 5 prime. Here it is going to be 3 prime. And the strand which is ending here, this is going to have, so the 3 prime sugar is going to end with 5 prime, and here it is 3 prime. Yes, students? So let us write bases. So sugar, phosphate, sp, 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 it is sequence. Right? So for example, this is the base. Let me fill up. This is going to have, this is the structure. It is going to have these nucleotides. So small molecules. You can draw it better than me. Yes, like this. So these are all the molecules of nucleotides, isn't it? Now, for example, these are the two strands. This is one strand and this is one strand. So like rails of ladder. These are rails of ladder. So this is one rail. This is another rail of ladder. This is also one and this is also other one. So two are attracted or packed close to each other. So this is one molecule, this is another molecule, but these two are bonded by hydrogen bonding. So how it is going to have, so this sp same, but the base is G8 gata. For example, here if I write G A T A, so it is having bases like this. So the B, what I am writing here, is having G A T A. So guanine, how many bonds it is going to form? It is going to form 3 bonds. And what is the complementary base, or with what it is going to form? Hydrogen bonding. It forms hydrogen bonding with cytosine. It is very important, students. Cytosine, 3 bonds, cytosine, adenine forms dibasic adenine forms with thymine, and when this side is thymine, then its side is adenine, and when this side is adenine, this side is thymine. Yes, so these are complementary bases are going to form hydrogen bonding. So adenine thymine, only two bonds are shown. Yes, so that is why when you see the DNA structure, some are very close, these ladder rungs are very near, some are very far. Yes, so because the tribasic G and C is a triple bond, like very close packed, so the rung is going to be very small size, and the double bond or two hydrogen bonds are lengthy. Yes, so like that CGTC, for example CGTC. Then I will ask, what is the complementary bases here? C, it is cytosine forms with G. Guanidine and guanidine forms with cytosine, and thymine forms with A, adenine, cytosine forms with guanidine, like this. So the bonds are going, so TGAT, so TGAT, and what are the complementary bases? T means A here, C and T and A. Yes, bases. Remaining sugar same, deoxyribose, phosphate same, but this is the structure. ATCC. And here complementary bases, A complementary basis thymine, and thymine complementary basis adenine, cytosine complementary basis guanine, cytosine complementary is guanine. So the structure is same, but the sequence of here it is GATA, CGTC, TGAT, ATCC. This is the sequence. Yes, in this DNA, and it is going to have lengthy chain. So this is the sequence. Yes, students. So this sequence of, suppose the sequence is GA. So in this GATA sequence, CGTC, TGAT, like this. So this sequence is unique. Unique means this sequence will present in any one member or any one person in whole universe. So this is a unique structure, or this is going to have unique sequence of bases. That is why fingerprinting or DNA fingerprint. So similar to DNA fingerprint, fingerprints are unique to each and everyone, but by surgery or some methods you can change this fingerprint shape, but DNA structure you cannot change. So the sequence of these bases are unique, specific to each and every individual. Yes, so the sequence, remaining structure is same, but the sequence is different, right? So this is how it is going to have hydrogen bonding. This is hydrogen bonding, students. Hydrogen bonding. It is nothing but hydrogen bonding forms. Yes. So the thing is, when guanidine is this side, it forms complementary bond with cytosine. What I said, GC. So when this side C, that side G, and this side adenine, it forms two hydrogen bonds with thymine. Or this side C, it forms G. This side T, it forms hydrogen bonding with A, like this. But not vice versa, TC or GA, like that. No. It is, that's it. It forms hydrogen bond with these complementary bonds takes place. Yes, so you can show this dotted or line form. So this is the structure of DNA molecule. So for giving this structure, Watson and Crick got Nobel Prize. Yes. So when it comes to RNA, yes, it is going to have same structure, but the carbohydrate part is ribose nucleic acid. Yes, ribose will be there. Then it is three types. That is, structurally it is not going to have secondary structure, or it is not going to have this ladder type shape. It is going to have only one single straight line chain. It is going to have helix, but it is not going to have double helix. It is single helix. It is going to have single helix like this. Like this. Single helix. RNA is a single helix, isn't it? It is not a double helix. It is a single helix. But based on their function, these RNAs are three types. One is messenger RNA. This question was appeared during 2020 students. Messenger RNA and ribosomal RNA and transfer RNA. If you know the structure of DNA, now it is going to be easy. Messenger RNA and ribosomal RNA. So DNA is a master of dictating all functions of the body, right? So how to dictate? Is it going to monitor the functions of body? No. It calls messenger RNA. And if this is the sequence of bases, then when it calls messenger RNA, this messenger RNA is single strand, isn't it? This is a single strand. Now when comes to this DNA, it replicates, or it uncoils and forms coiling with RNA. Here this is DNA one helix and RNA one helix. So RNA, what do you have? It will not have thymine. So what will you get? Uracil. So G, it is going to form cytosine. So RNA cytosine, and adenine, it will have uracil RNA, and in thymine, yes, if it is thymine, it is going to have adenine, and it is adenine, uracil. If it is cytosine, guanidine. If it is guanidine, cytosine, thymine, adenine, cytosine, guanine, thymine, adenine. It is guanidine, it is going to have cytosine, and it is adenine, it is going to have uracil, and thymine, it is going to have adenine. So this sequence is very important, students. It appeared. So complementary messenger RNA will come and combine. So the messenger, whatever is required, DNA which is there in the cell nucleus, will dictate to messenger RNA. So now this sequence is arranged. Now this RNA separates and goes to ribosomal RNA. Ribosomal RNA transfers the message to the functional state, or where the hormones are going to function, or enzymes are going to function their duties to undertake the reactions. So it is very simple, students. So DNA is a master who is going to dictate the reactions. So how to dictate? It calls messenger RNA, and it forms complementary bond with this RNA, and that RNA transfers that message through transfer RNA, and that transfer RNA enters into ribosomes, where the reactions are going to take place. That ribosomes will dictate the enzymes to take the reactions. By means of this, protein synthesis takes place in our body. Proteins are polymers. How to synthesize? So in a laboratory scale it is very tough. Then in our body it is very easily are going to be synthesized. How? Because RNA is going to do this function. Yes. So this DNA synthesis was done by Hargobind Khorana, who is Indian. Khorana, who worked in England. So Hargobind Khorana got Nobel Prize, students. Nobel Prize for DNA synthesis, where he did the sequencing synthesis of DNA molecule structural elucidation during 1968. Yes. So DNA fingerprinting. What is DNA fingerprinting? DNA fingerprinting. Yes, just now what I said, finger is unique. Fingerprint is unique. It is not going to match with others. Right. So DNA also, the sequence of these bases are unique. Unique means it will not match with others. So just by sequencing of these bases, it will come to know that whether it is going to be the same person, or this DNA fingerprinting sequencing can be utilized for the identification of criminals. If something is happened in somewhere, and who did it, just by taking the sample of his hair also is going to have DNA, or blood samples, or whatever it is, the samples they have. So the DNA is going to be matched with the criminals. If it is matches, the crime is going to be identified. Other one is identification of paternity. Sometimes, so orphan children will be there. If someone says that he is my father or he is my mother, then how to identify, how to confirm that? Just by matching the DNA. Yes, so the sequence is not going to be disturbed. So the sequence is not going to be disturbed. It is going to be this sequence. Next, it can be identified for used for the identification of dead bodies. Sometimes head may not find, or sometimes head may crush. So you may not get the identification. So based on DNA with their relatives or the parents, you can identify the dead body, whose body it is. At the same time, yes, you can, by knowing this DNA sequencing, you can evolution of races. Means, so DNA, if you find one DNA in east side, other DNA will be there in west side, but in between these there is a mixture of these two DNAs. So how race moved from one place to other, or how these mutations take place, you will come to know by DNA sequencing. Then biological functions of nucleic acids. Yes, so this DNA has ability to duplicate, means it replicate, it forms two. Yes, during the cell division, if you are a biology student, so cell division, during the cell division, chromosomes forms two, like that. So it has duplication, daughter cells, it goes on, gives daughter cells. And the main function is, yes, it is heredity function, that is genetic coding, and moreover it dictates all functions of your body. It is the master of all functions. So RNA, protein synthesis, and other everything goes on by means of this DNA sequencing. Right, students? So this is how nucleic acids can be explained. Thank you, students. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel Venus Academy if you are not yet subscribed, and don't forget to click on like button and bell button.